The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Broadcasting to you on WNN 1470 AM and TrentoVision.tv from the world's leading think tank laboratory, buried deep in an undisclosed building in hostile territory where evil and corruption is exposed. You're about to enter the Tom Trento Show.
Now order, all hands man in battle station.
Tom Trento heads United West, a group that says it defends Western civilization against the onslaught of Islam.
I didn't see us on there.
Yeah. I can't hear anything. I don't know what we're doing here.
I can't hear anything either.
Me neither.
Hello.
I hear fans. I hear all kinds of stuff.
We're here.
Yeah, is that you? That me? Hello.
That was me.
All right. Hello, everybody. What are we doing here? We are somewhere. We're in.
Live from Boca Raton, Florida.
From Boca Raton, Florida. We're back old school right now. We're back at the studio, WNN 1470 in Beasley Broadcasting. Oh, my God, a human is behind there. He doesn't look like the postman. I got a staticky ear here. Is that us?
No.
I'm hearing nothing.
It's you.
Oh, that got better.
Okay.
Hello.
No, the left one's staticky. Oh, you know what it is? These things like this again.
Don't touch
Hang
that
with us,
one.
everybody. Hang with us. We're trying something new and different here. Tom Trento coming at you. TrentoVision. CJ is here with me. Hi, CJ.
Hi.
Are we on the air? We're actually on the air.
Yeah.
We're on that air. We're on this air over here.
Are we on this air?
We got Mark over here.
How do we look on this air? Hi.
We got Damon. We got Mike. We got everybody here jammed into this place. Man.
And it's still bigger than our studio.
It is, yeah. Happy
Can
anniversary.
we turn this screen off?
What is that for?
I don't know.
Happy anniversary to us. That's all I could say. Happy anniversary to us. 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. We're here. Those of you listening,
In spite of ourselves.
We are live. I'm getting remarks. We are live. Usually looking at a camera, but we are
I know,
live.
it's weird. You have to look at me today.
Oh, God. We are live. When I say live, I really mean live.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying right now, is what's going out over the air right now.
Right.
I think that's the definition of live. Unlike normally, truth be told, folks, we pre-record our show about an hour or two early.
Okay.
Because CJ just has the foulest mouth you've ever heard.
They have to edit me out all the time.
It takes an hour of editing.
All the time.
Lots of beeps.
Takes an hour of editing to get her
That
cleaned
is
up.
not true. That is not true. Do not send mail on this subject.
Right. That's true. It's not
Can
true.
somebody give me a pen?
Yes.
Oh, what? Oh, here we go. Now I just sorted that little button now.
Thank you.
We pre-record about an hour or two early because we stream over YouTube because it's free. And that brings up donate securely to us. Huh? Wouldn't it be nice if people said, you've been doing this for a year. I think we need to start supporting you guys with tax-deductible donations for a year?
Tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
How could they do that, CJ?
As in, you have proved yourselves.
Yes.
You have proven yourselves.
You know what? We'll tell them the story of how we wound up here, what we're doing here.
Oh, no, don't tell them the whole story, please.
And what we're all about, but we're live. As I was saying, we pre-record the show a couple hours early because we've had, on occasion, trouble with YouTube streaming, and the show would stop and start and all of that. So Mark, our big brain technician director, resolved the problem by, how did you resolve the problem?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Yeah, his mind shut off at Big Brain.
My mind shut off at Big Brain. What was the question again?
How'd you resolve the problem of YouTube's inconsistency? Like President Obama's inconsistency.
I pre-recorded and edited and streamed it live.
Yeah, we pre-record the show a couple hours early, and we produce a television show. So you need to go right now to theunitedwest.org. Right now, listen.
Do it now.
Right now.
Do it now while you're listening on the radio.
.org or TrentoVision.tv. And guess what? Today we are going to open up the phones. We don't do this anymore because we only have an hour. It's pre-recorded. We do make calls out to the crazies and talk to them like the bad guys. But today all the good guys can call in. And if some bad guys want to call in, they can do that too. Let me see if I remember the number.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is it?
888.
Okay. 565
1470.
There you go.
1470 888-565-1470.
I wrote it down.
The phones are open, ladies and gentlemen. They're open right now. And we're not, we'll take calls and say hello to everybody, and they can wish us.
the microphone.
If you call, we want you to say, hi, Tom and CJ and everybody. Thank you for being such wonderful people. And I'd like to, and then say something very positive about us. How about that?
That would be swell.
That'd be very nice. We can use a little.
Also, it's Damon's birthday, so you can wish him a happy
Oh
birthday.
my God! Is it your birthday?
Yes, which is why we're all wired right now, because we had birthday cake and it's a lot of sugar.
Yes.
It's
How
a lot
many
of
years?
sweetness.
43.
Oh, he's even telling us.
43
And he doesn't
years.
look a day over 30, let me tell you.
Well, happy birthday. Should we sing happy birthday to him?
No, we already did.
We already did.
Yeah.
We already did that.
We already covered that.
What about Abdullah? When is his birthday?
It's his birthday.
That's good. And will you take calls today if somebody wants to talk to you?
If anyone wants to talk to me, I am be happy to talk to them, unless, of course, they are Jews.
Okay. Okay. All right, that's good. We can
Well,
do that.
if they're Jews, they can call and ask for
You can ask-
Schmuckenputznick.
I would be glad to talk to the Jews.
Yes. How was your weekend? Are you getting ready for New Year this year? This month?
Yes,
This
yes,
week?
yes.
What are you going to do for the New Year?
Well, we're going to go to these temples.
Okay.
We're going to pray. We're going to fast. And we're going to repent and pray for a prosperous New Year and for Israel.
And you're a very good Jew, right?
I'm a very good Jew,
What
unless you
year-
ask your co-host.
What year is it? What year is it in the Jewish world?
You would do that, wouldn't you?
What year is it going to be?
Yeah, what year is it going to be?
57, 74.
1974. 5774. Now, is it true that the
You
Jewish
didn't
calendar...
tell us there was going to be a pop quiz
Is it true
again.
that the Jewish calendar goes to 6,000 years?
Well,
I've heard that.
I know. You
The
heard
way it's
that
looking,
from
it'll be like
Pentecostals.
57, 75.
75. If we get past 75, we'll be fortunate. Well, yeah, we have a lot of breaking news and crazy news on the home front, the national security front, the Obama front. But
And are we going to talk about any of those
we're
things?
just going to kick back a little bit. We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate our wonderful feat. It isn't easy. We've done over 500 hours of shows.
Professional people don't do 500 shows in a year.
500. That's
For
a
pennies.
lot. Yeah,
for pennies. Pennies a day.
Shekels.
For shekels. Or what is...
For dinars.
dinars in Iraq, yeah. Let me go to my script to see what we're doing next. Okay. I'm there. We're freewheeling it today, folks. Just talking to you guys, telling you what we're all about, and coming back here to say hello to the folks. You're our good friends. This whole thing started. This whole circus started. Remind me to read my Facebook post to my Muslim friend Saba.
Okay.
And remind me to read Rabbi Barry Silver's little note to us.
Okay.
But this whole thing started, us being on the radio here at WNN and doing our television show. Started, Mark, remember when it started?
No.
1 year ago.
It was here 1 year ago, but you guys
you're
told
talking
me
about
when you
ID.
were in...
Yes, down in Savannah, Georgia. Down in Savannah, Georgia, or up in Savannah, whatever. Yeah, and right at the little bar, sitting right outside. I can picture it well.
Well, we were... Hang on, I'm going to ask you... What, you have to do that stuff?
Go ahead. I'm multitasking.
Okay. It was...
Kaboom.
It was... Kaboom. It was the summer of 2012.
The summer of love.
Yes.
2012. Mike, you were there, I think, weren't you? Were you there? No, you were not there.
I got to take a picture of it.
You were there a few months ago. That's right. We were doing a national security briefing. The United West was doing a national security briefing for the United West Savannah in downtown Savannah, Georgia, June of 2012. And our good friend, former FBI John Guandolo, met us up there. And we did 2 presentations. We being our group, Mark, myself, Mike, Alan was with us. I think it was just the 4 of us. And then Mary and Suzanne and Ann, I think, was still there back then. We did a couple of presentations, and these guys like to drag us to an adult beverage place after the shows, after the presentations.
Why did they think you would be up for that?
I don't know what the deal is. But we wound up at a cute little outdoor cafe right not far from the river. And we sat down and had a glass of wine, and Mark and Alan proceeded to beat the hell out of me. It was brutal.
Well, we've been beating the hell out of you years before that too, Tom. So
Yes.
this wasn't the first beating that you took.
But they
They're
cranked
consistent beatings.
They cranked it up, and we, the United West, which is an organization that I'm privileged to direct, our mission statement is the fact that we're educational counterterrorism organization. We don't carry guns and go find criminals and drag them out of rat holes and all of that stuff. We do it a better way.
But we are willing to try.
Yes. We're an educational, not an enforcement organization. The enforcement we leave to other people. We may get involved in investigations. We do get involved in investigations. We deal with Islamic terrorism. We're not that interested in Jewish terrorism or Hindu
Well, it is
terrorism.
rampant, Tom. The Jewish terrorism is rampant.
Or the Catholic Chaldean Church terrorism, or those pesky. What is skipping my mind?
The
Mormons. The Mormons. This pesky Mormon terrorism. We leave that to other people. We're involved with Islamic terrorism, which is part of the doctrine of Islam. And in that capacity, we focus on a unique group, a subset of Islamic terrorism. In fact, the operational subset, an entity called the Muslim Brotherhood, or Ikhwan Muslim, which right now Egypt is saying, we got to dissolve this friggin' group of people. And who else? You just told me something else.
Egypt is looking to ban 3 Al Jazeera.
Oh, right.
Al Jazeera. Yeah.
Which is really a Brotherhood front group out of
They're getting rid of
Qatar.
them as we're adding them.
Yeah, and we're
banning
adding.
the Muslim Brotherhood as our president is praising their 58-year anniversary.
All right. So our organization, the United West, uniting Western
What do those
civilization,
Egyptians know anyway, right?
uniting Western civilization against Islamic Sharia. Our organization sets out to identify Muslim Brotherhood entities, organizations, individuals, and then using our intelligence, our human intelligence, our signal intelligence, our on-the-ground intelligence, our cameras, whatever we can, using all of that criterion, all of those assets to expose and hopefully make a case that can either delegitimize these groups in the public eye or at least bring tremendous law enforcement inspection into not getting a live broadcast on TrentoVision. What's up?
Yes, you are.
I'm getting. Yes, you are, Texter.
Oh, I know. It's not
Does Tom need a glass of water?
Hey,
No, this
Dana,
red
I didn't
water's
put it in
fine.
the thing.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Are you? Oh, is this Texter correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell them to go to YouTube/United West. It'll be on TrentoVision in 2 minutes.
No, I'll just tell them 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
What happened to that? Well, it's just life. No big deal.
No big deal.
Oh, look what you're doing over there. Jump.
Jumping Juma.
Yeah.
So we're sorting that out. Anyone else who can't hear us or see us, let us know, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, let
We're
us
doing
know.
this on the fly here today,
It's
guys.
a trick.
So cut us
It's
a
a
break.
That was a trick,
Hello,
everybody.
I can't hear you.
If you can't see us or hear us, please let us know. And you're the only one that got that. These other guys are going,
These other guys are
What did
busy
he
I'm
say?
looking at and seeing you on the
They're
internet. That's
busy
why.
working.
What did he say? It's our crack crew. Yes, we go after the bad guys and we can catch them.
Yeah, that reminds me of that's like that interview that we did with the author who wrote about his experience with the CIA.
Kevin
And,
Shipp. Yeah.
Right. Well, how did they know it was in the report if they didn't get it?
Yeah, if they didn't get it. I have
Yeah.
his book. I bought his book and got it delivered.
Oh, good. I have to read that.
Yeah, it's radioactive. Here, my
Yeah.
guy put my Geiger counter on it.
Speaking of books,
Yes.
this Thursday, I think. Is it Thursday?
It's
That
Tuesday.
we're having on Thursday are we playing the special broadcast of our interview with Trevor Loudon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is
That was pre-recorded yesterday.
Yeah.
Trevor Loudon.
Yeah.
Because of we had to get New Zealand rights or something or whatever. But it was pre-recorded yesterday. It'll be shown on Thursday. Trevor Loudon on Thursday. And you guys, I was not there for that.
It's an excellent interview.
Yeah, tell everybody just briefly how it went for Thursday. What was the gist of it?
well, the gist of it is that there really is a
Tell me when they're up, because I got to tell them something. They're all standing by.
There really is a communist conspiracy in the United States. There are active communist members using their influence through the labor unions to affect the political process and the agenda. And this author, Trevor Loudon, he's also an excellent researcher and blogger. He's documented the communist associations of Barack Obama, as well as over 100 members of Congress.
Oh,
And
man,
I'm
that's
not
going to be
saying
interesting.
like pointing a finger like a nut job and saying, "Oh, you're just a communist."
You're a commie, you
no,
dirty
I'm
commie.
saying I'm talking about documenting that people signed the pledge cards and the registration forms, and they've gone to the conferences and they're videoed and they're recorded.
Wow.
Video interviews, audio interviews.
Good stuff.
Print interviews,
Good stuff.
personal declarations, besides all the policies that we recognize.
All right, that's when? That's Thursday,
And
right?
that's going to be Thursday. Yeah.
You dirty, rotten commies, we're going to get you. That's the title of our show on Thursday with Trevor Loudon. Our show today is happy anniversary to us, all of you people now on TrentoVision. Our apologies. As you can see, we're not in the bunker. We're back in our old school radio studio in Boca Raton, Florida, WNN
I can hear it.
1470.
Everybody's mics.
At 19, is that my clock? No, they bought
we
another
don't have
clock.
a clock. Oh, here it is. 20
Oh, they
minutes.
had a couple of. Well, this
Yeah.
one says 19.
This one says 20.
Okay, so it's between 5:19 and 5:20.
And actually, the blinds are down, so I can't give the weather report.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. In traffic report too.
And it's 23 something in here, whatever the 23
I think
means.
this mic is the one that's
It's making a lot of noise
a lot of noise.
when you move it around.
Yeah.
It's so anyway, hello everybody on TrentoVision. You can see us now. They can see us now because
I'm looking at Mark's screen. You can see me from here down.
we went left instead of going right on one of the buttons. But everything's
He's
working
doing
on
that on purpose.
TrentoVision.
Look at him.
Everything's working. Somebody may want to. Well, hey, Roger, you're the one who texted us. Tell everybody everything's cool now on TrentoVision.
Right.
All right, so Thursday, Trevor Loudon going to be very good. Friday, Jumpin' Juma Freaky Friday. We may have some really crazy stuff for you on Friday.
I
We're
think we
working
might have
on
some
that.
crazy stuff for you on Friday.
Could be good. Could be good. It's always good. And tomorrow, Wednesday, because as we speak right now, it is Tuesday, and that's confusing
That's
enough.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually the right day.
To really be saying
Yeah.
the stuff on the right day. Wednesday,
Right day, right time.
we're going to do a detailed analysis of the how someone with an IQ of 11 can become the Speaker of the House. We're going to ask that question
no.
tomorrow.
It's so painful. It's brutally painful.
How could John Boehner ever make it to the level of being the third most powerful man in the United States of America? when today he walks out on the steps of the United States state capitol and says, "Yeah, I'm 100% with the president. I'm just with him. We're for free people everywhere, and we got to go bomb Iran or Syria or whatever country,
Syria,
whatever the hell country it is."
No, we got to keep people from bombing Iran.
Yeah, keep people from bombing
Iran. Keep Israel from bombing Iran. And we're going to go bomb. We're going to teach Assad a lesson.
We need to go defend Al Qaeda. We need to go defend Al Qaeda. We need to come to Al Qaeda's rescue to defeat Assad, who has not really been a problem to the U.S. for the better part of a decade. To help Al Qaeda. Yet the same administration wants to prevent Israel from defending itself from a nuclear Iran that has threatened their existence.
All right, that's tomorrow. We're going to do all that cool stuff.
I miss all the fun stuff.
You have what do you have this week?
Holidays.
You have Jewish holidays because you're a Jewish person.
Because I'm a Jewish.
Well, for the Goyim. Coming through in Savannah, congratulations. Okay, that's for Mary. Congratulations. Thank you, Mary. For the Goy, is it Goy? And Goyim was plural, negative, singular and plural. Which is which?
You're a Goy.
I'm a Goy.
You're a Goyim.
All right, Goyim, not him.
No, I pointed this way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Take it easy.
For the Goyim driving their cars at 23 minutes after 5 o'clock. I like the real time saying that. At 23 minutes after 5 o'clock, for the Goyim driving your automobiles, your Goyimobiles. Hey, I invented a term for atheism. I'll tell you about in a little bit, too.
Oh, cool.
For the in my preparation for the debate. Remind me to announce that. For the Goyim driving your cars, CJ, our Jewish co-host here, give us a 30-second Rosh Hashanah lesson.
What?
Now, go.
What is Rosh Hashanah?
No.
Nobody knows what it is.
It's a Jewish New Year.
And what are you supposed to do? I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Do you hang Hanukkah balls or something like that? Or what do you do?
No, we do that on Thanksgiving. Actually, we do that on Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
What is a Hanukkah ball? I never heard of a Hanukkah ball.
There is no such thing as a Hanukkah ball, but Hanukkah falls on Thanksgiving this year.
Get out of here.
Does it really?
Yeah, so you have to have turkey and latkes.
So do you pardon a turkey, or what do you do? One thing, because it's not really you don't eat.
Woo.
Imam, turn your damn.
Your pocket is singing.
Turn your mosque alert off there, please. Jeez, oh man.
Hey, Mark, this camera is enlarging my belly, Mark.
No.
You have the wide angle lens.
I got the wide angle on here.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry,
God.
bud.
That is definitely not how much I weigh.
You me zoom you up a little bit there, Tom.
No, that's actually very motivational. Very motivational.
Here.
I got to drop a few pounds to leave for Israel. So, a typical, she is wearing blue, sorry there. A typical Goyim, non-Jewish person, should they say Happy New Year to Jewish people, or is there a saying or something? Or?
Yeah, you say Happy New Year or Shana Tova.
Oh, I see that all the time being written, Shana Tova. What does that mean, Happy New Year?
It means Happy New Year.
Okay, cool.
It means good year, yeah.
It's the new year, and is there any religious significance to it?
Of course there's religious
what is it?
significance.
Because he was saying
to
this
it.
isn't Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, or anything like that.
No.
That's when? October?
That's 10 days after Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, 10 days, okay.
Yeah.
And what about services?
And those are the days of atonement, like leading up to Yom Kippur.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You know what we tell the Jews on Rosh Hashanah?
What?
May this be the end of your Zionist regime, you pigs.
Good.
What?
The Syrians are quite quiet about Israel right now. I mean, they are on pins and needles because Israel struck them 2 or 3 times already, and Assad is making a lot of noise. But we'll get into that tomorrow. We learned a little bit about Rosh Hashanah, but we will take some calls if anybody wants to call in and say hello. We have some of our old friends out there. They're probably listening to, we're on 5 o'clock every day. 888-565-1470. Tom Trento here, WNN 1470. Yolanda?
Verlanda.
No, Volanda.
Oh, Volanda. Oh.
Yeah.
Liberal Bob, yeah. What?
All those guys.
No, they're intimidated by us.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't want to call us.
No. Let me read what Rabbi Barry Silver wrote. He wrote me a note today. He said, "Hello, Tom. I'd be honored to have you read this because I asked if I could read it on the air. I'd be honored to have you read this on the air. I added a phrase to make this better, more accurate tribute to your work in the rendition in which I include below. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary and your courageous presentation of truths that political correctness, cowardice, and lazy thinking have kept hidden for too long. Although I do not share all of your views,
or even some,
some of them, it should be. Although I do not share 99.9% of your views, I think you are right on many critical issues, and I greatly respect and admire your informed pursuit of truth, willingness to openly, intelligently, and forthrightly present well-reasoned opinions on the most. They're not opinions; they're facts, but that's okay. On the most important matters of our day,
you have some opinions,
and your sense of humor while doing so. I greatly appreciate your love and support for Israel and the Jewish people, and I'm proud to call you a friend. Mazel tov from your liberal friend, Rabbi Barry Silver." That's very nice of him to do that.
That was very nice.
And he knows we function as a team.
And you should write him back and thank him and wish him a happy celebration for the creation of the world.
Shana Shana Tov.
And he really is liberal.
No, he is.
No, he passed
right,
liberal
I'll
and
show
went
you how
over the
liberal
left
he is.
cliff. Okay.
He drives a Prius.
Yeah, Barry and I disagree on the life issues, on some military stuff, on the redistribution of wealth, Obama, all that stuff. We stand four square on the defense of Israel and the fight against Islamic Jihad. That's for sure. And it's very interesting, folks. And this is a good lesson to take from our show because we are at our base educators, even though, or part of our style of teaching every day is not just didactic, where we tell you facts, but it's interrogatory. We ask questions which stimulate thinking. It's interactive. We exchange stuff among ourselves, which leads to different personalities out in the audience identifying with one of us, picking that argument up, and then watching that argument bounce around a little bit as we discuss it and debate it. None of our stuff is scripted. We don't, say, well, you say this and I'll say that and you say this. It's not a fake reality show. It's a real show.
It's a real reality.
It's a real reality show, and our work is we add a little bit of humor in there. That's very natural humor. Comes from our personalities to make this thing somewhat real. We use kind of a sub deal, which is live, laugh, and learn with us. And this is a beautiful illustration with Rabbi Barry Silver. He and I, 25 years ago, had vicious battles on the different sides of the pro-life issue, debating on the radio, another radio station, many times with his father and all of this. And we still hold divergent opinions, though he had me in his church at a panel. Remember that? Speaking
I'm sorry. He
in
had
his
you
synagogue. In his synagogue.
Okay.
What's wrong with Trento?
He wouldn't argue. He'd say, "Yeah, it's a church too. Whatever you want it to be." He's kind of loosey-goosey on some of those facts.
Doesn't he have a church for animals also?
Yes, he's a very big PETA guy. I think he's defended animals. He's an attorney. I felt so sorry for PETA today on the Good Morning America news.
Mm-hmm.
They showed 4 young guys in their 20s who captured and killed the largest alligator ever caught in the United States. It was 13 and a half feet, 787 pounds, and they told the whole story. And they're showing pictures of these guys like trying to kill it and shooting it with arrows and dragging it. And I'm just going, the PETA people are going crazy. And then all the Good Morning America hosts, many of them are gay, right? They're up there like squeamish like this, except Robin Roberts, who was born and raised in Louisiana, because they go to the kid who
looked at it and said, "Oh, lunch."
No, the kid who was the main killer of it. Mm-hmm. They asked what he's going to do. He goes, "Well, we're gonna make some meat out of this. We're going to eat it up." And then he said, "This is a big catch. I'm going to make me some boots and make me some." You're talking about slicing this thing apart and using its skin for So they cut back, and George Stephanopoulos is almost fainting. From they're going to eat the alligator meat. He's going to make alligator boots, and the other guy, the weatherman is a very gay kind of soft guy, and he's like. But Robin goes.
What about purses?
But Robin goes. Well, no. She goes, I grew up in Louisiana. We eat that meat. That's good eating, you know.
I'm going to tell you, as far as you get all the, and this is something that
Barry's a PETA guy. That's the point.
But here's something that really upsets me. The only reason that alligators are thriving now today in Florida is because we eat them and make boots out of them. I'm serious. Back in the 1970s, they were on the endangered species list. So what they did, they opened up all these alligator farms, like Gator World and they're allowed to farm some of the gators for boots and meat and whatever, but the rest of them they have to release out into the population. So what has happened is the alligator population has actually come up to normal levels over the last few years. So if you want to save a creature, eat it. Where there's no problem.
If you want to save a creature, Peter.
Alligators and Republicans in Florida right now.
I tell you.
Well, this was Georgia.
Is there? Do we have a problem with chickens?
No.
Do we have a problem with beef?
Down in Miami. Go to McDonald's.
I'm serious. I mean, if you want to get a species off the endangered list,
eat it.
Eat it.
Make it a food. Yeah.
Make it food and
become part of the capitalist system.
Cool. I mean, that's my libertarian rant.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good point.
Get you a bald eagle club.
I have to tell you, until you went off into alligator land, you made it sound really good. What you were reading about, Barry Silver's letter,
liberal and all that,
and talking about it and what we do and educating and everything else. And I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, wow, Tom, that sounds really good. We should listen to you.
This is cool stuff.
We should listen to this show. We should support this show. We should watch it on the internet.
CJ, are there any Rosh Hashanah recipes with alligator in it?
No.
No, that I think would
that
not
would be
pass.
No Rosh Hashanah recipes with alligator.
Torah dietary laws. I don't think that one would pass it. So in any event, the United West is all about fighting Islamic Jihad, standing with Israel in her quest for peace and to push back her enemies, many of which are Islamic jihadis. And we stand firmly in defense of the United States Constitution, good document, and we stand firmly in defense of President Barack Obama, bad president, very, very bad
I'm sorry,
president.
what?
Not defense. What would
Are
be
you
a
just
better
seeing
word?
if we're listening here?
For what was the term I normally use? We defeat we work to defeat the policies of President Barack Obama.
Position.
We work to defeat those policies.
Well, actually, we did a pretty good job of in our little corner of the woods of last year doing that.
Yeah, give us an update on that. That was pretty cool. Well, let me introduce why we came here and then show you the results.
Yeah.
Listen to this. So we're sitting in Savannah, Georgia, and this is June of 2012, and Mark and Alan Kornman start beating me up saying, we got to do radio, we got to do radio, we got to do radio. And I used to do radio stuff a long time ago. I said, we can't do radio. We're on the road all the time. We're going into the Muslim Brotherhood mosques and all these places. And when you do radio, you got to be there every day. So they go, we can figure it out and all of this. And they wet, W-H-E-T, wet my interest. And I think, did we call Steve Kane right from there?
Yeah, we called him at the bar. We're sitting there having a beer, and we just said, and called Steve right there, Steve Kane, and he says, we want to do a 15-minute spot with you. I mean, immediately he jumped on it, right? And then we said, well, see,
We'll show you.
And so we immediately jumped on it, and then it just went from one thing to the next, and
we had a meeting. We came back. We had a meeting with Steve, and we discussed a couple of ways of working with him. And then he said, from what you guys want to do, it doesn't make sense to do 15 minutes on my show. Mm-hmm. You need your own show.
Mm-hmm. I said, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Go get your own show.
Get out of here.
We're trying to suck our airtime here, please, buddy.
So he said,
We
You
only
need-
have 3 hours. Go get your own show.
He said, you need to get in touch with the general manager of WNN, Bob Morency.
Yeah.
So he gave me his number, and when we left that meeting at the Wings Plus, great wings. We had lemon pepper wings, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, they were so. I'll do what Steve does. Oh, I've never had wings that were so good. When you eat the tip of the wing and the juice
throw a
goes
wing,
down
don't you?
your
Eat a
lip
wing.
and you pick it up like this. You ever hear Steve do his
At
live spot?
36 minutes after the hour, you're listening to Tom
Wings Plus.
Trento
Yes.
on WNN 1470 AM.
Our anniversary edition.
Our
That's right.
anniversary edition.
it's a little goofy.
That's
Yes.
a little goofy.
That's
and
why
little-
we're a little bit silly
drunk.
today. They didn't hear that on the
But,
radio,
no.
did they? That we're drunk?
We had.
Because we're
we're
not.
not drunk.
No.
Yeah.
We had, but we did eat a lot of food.
But we are
No,
willing
we did
to
have
try.
a lot of cake, though.
No, I'm just kidding again.
And so I called driving home from
You
Wings
called
Plus.
Bob.
Call Bob.
And I said, this is a long, crazy shot, but yeah, come on to my office, we'll talk about it.
Right.
Because our budget at that point was zero.
And now it's 0
That's
plus 2
zero.
cents.
That hasn't changed.
So, and Bob goes, what's your budget? I said, zero. He goes, I don't think I can work with zero. Okay. So,
We'll work for stamps.
yeah, so we signed a 3-month contract after some discussion, and then it took a little time because we had to go out and raise the money, and we raised the money and said, all right, let's do this for 3 months, and our purpose for 3 months is to
Oh, gosh.
persuade Floridians to defeat President Obama in the November 6, 2012.
In particular, Palm Beach County.
In particular, our listening area, and that's primarily Palm Beach County, a significant blue, not red, blue county, Democrat county. Right. That was our reason for existing.
44% Democrat.
Give us the numbers, Mark. You ran the numbers.
It's 4% Democrat, 28% Republican in this county. And our idea was to actually to come in there.
What are those numbers again?
44% Democrat.
Right, 44.
28% Republican.
28% of
Yeah,
registered
2 to 1.
voters?
Out that number, 2 to 1
Wow,
outnumbered
that's
registered
ridiculous.
voters. Now, I'm going to put up a screenshot for those and I'll read it to you on the air here. But what the results were back in the 2008 between Barack Obama and John McCain 2008 election is there was 271,000 votes. John McCain was 226,037. Now, we had a net gain between that election to the 2012 election of over 32,981 votes here in this county. Now, when you compare it, now understanding that Romney got a slight decrease in the overall number between Obama and the last election, but Palm Beach County here had 17.45% of the net vote gain for Romney in all of Florida. Now, how is that significant is that it was, 10% of it was double its nearest competitor, which was Lee County, which had half the amount of the net vote gain. So we in here did our job gaining 17.45% of the entire net spread difference for Romney. The spending, what we spent, and also with the Republican Jewish RJC,
Coalition, they did a lot,
and the Tea Parties, and Peter
Stemberger,
and Peter Feynman, the head of the RNC,
Jack
here.
Gillis,
Jack Gillis,
Danita, all of them did tremendous work.
Right. I mean, this is all a loose and we brought them on the show and got people motivated, got people registered to vote, and we really made just a huge difference. We got 11. We cost Obama the second highest in all the counties of 11,000 votes, and we actually got 21,361 votes for Romney. So that's where that spread difference comes. Now, what's amazing about these whole statistics is this wasn't done by increasing a whole amount of number of people to get to the polls. What this was done was actually flipping either Republicans are moderates or liberals who voted Obama last time.
2008.
So that
We
was
pulled
what
them
we're-
over.
So we were flipping voters. So every time you flip a voter, you get 2 votes. So
You decrease the Democrats by 1, and you
Right.
add 1, so you need 2
And-
to overcome that.
and so that's what and the numbers are just staggering actually. When you think of the cost per vote to flip 32,000 voters compared to what the Republican National Committee does to get voters, and they spend over $3 billion in
$3 billion with a B, $billion.
$3 billion in TV ads to win.
Half of which, 80% are totally wasted.
Oh, and they're completely wasted. And then they spend that they spend 75 cents out of every dollar that you give to a candidate.
C4 money that has no tax
C4
deduction.
money that has no effect.
We're going somewhere with this, folks.
Yeah, C4 money that has absolutely no effect on the election. Because what they do, and I just did a 2-week analysis, of the whole money system as far as how they get ads out there. It just goes to moderate ads. That's all it goes to. It goes to moderate ads that do not stress any type of issue. And 90% of both ads from both candidates, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, are all negative. So 75% of your money goes to negative ads on TV. The 25% actually goes to
And the
any
moral of that story, CJ?
Is donate securely at
There you
TrentoVision.tv or the United West. I mean, you're really going to get bang for your
Really?
buck. If you're
I mean-
looking to get your message out, this is where you're going to get it.
And yeah, you can't beat the bang for your buck. I mean, $5,000.
People listen to us and change their votes, for heaven's sake.
proof positive.
The RNC spends $5,000 per vote. $5,000 per vote. I mean, we get 32,000 votes for pennies on the dollar. And it's just amazing. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out.
No, what we're saying, folks, and if you're just tuning in at 43 minutes after 5 o'clock on the 3rd of September, first day after Labor Day, we hope you had a very safe and family-oriented Labor Day. If you're just tuning in, Tom Trento, CJ, Mike, Mark, Damon, Abdullah, the whole crew's here. Old school, we're back in the studio at WNN 1470 in Boca Raton. Mark just explained the objective that we achieved when we started 1 year ago today. We're
We
having our
kicked
one.
ass, Tom. I really did.
Really, we started 1 year ago today. It was actually Labor Day when we started, but the way the moon works, the next year it shifts a little bit. So today is Tuesday. 1 year ago, the 3rd of September, we started. 3-month contract. We were going to do the radio just to have an impact in the election. Mark just detailed that impact. If you'd like to see those numbers or they've whetted your curiosity, contact me, Tom, at TrentoVision.tv. We can tell you all about it. We're putting a big PowerPoint presentation together because we're making probably going to be a half-hour documentary, and it's going to say Fat Cat Republican lobbyists are screwing the American voter. Something like that.
Right.
Because you're wasting money giving it to all these...
You're throwing your money away.
Oh, really? In terms of impacting the election. There's better ways of doing it, and we have proved statistically that our impact as activists, working with other on-the-ground activists, is a better bang for the buck, and it's C3 money.
That's right.
Which means you get a tax deduction.
And you should also tell us, after the election, we stayed on the air because we had to continue the job that we're doing.
Right.
Yeah, when our 3-month contract was up, we all kind of looked at each other and said, that was a lot of fun, even though we lost. You think we can do
And that
this
was
again?
a tough show the day after the election.
Yeah, it was a
That
tough
was
show.
a tough show, man.
Yeah.
We should have played.
Well, you know why? Because I was getting the sense that we were actually going to pull out the election because I was myopically fooled because I was looking
Yard
at what
signs.
what I was
The yard sign
honestly what I
calculus.
was looking
It was.
going on here. If what would have happened here would have happened in all the rest of the counties, it would have been a landslide for Obama in Florida. And I just got fooled because I saw what was happening out there on the ground here in Palm Beach County, and it tricked me. And I didn't think, I'm seeing something different here on the ground, and I was. And we were.
You wouldn't expect it in Palm Beach County.
Not in Palm Beach County.
Right,
Beach
and you
County.
figure
I
if
said,
it's happening
If it's
here, it
happening
must be
here, it's gotta be
gangbusters
happening
everywhere else. Yeah.
and I didn't know how much of an impact, we and everybody else were having around here. And I was looking at it and going, man, if it's happening, like you said, it's happening here in Palm Beach County. Oh my God, it must be happening all over Florida.
I even had neighbors change their vote for the first time ever.
I even some of my neighbors voted Republican for the
you're
very
kidding me.
first time ever.
Oh, my word.
Not me.
I was going to say, how about you?
Not me.
Okay. How about next time? Would you vote for Obama right now?
I did not vote in this past election.
If the election was today and he ran again for a third term,
I would not. I did not vote for him in the second. I could not vote for a Republican, but I could not vote for him again after what he did in the first time.
oh really?
I did not
Oh,
vote
you're
in the
upset.
second. The first time in, what is it, 80 years I did not vote.
Yes. Good. Is there any way, Mark, to pull up from Ustream our first show and show the opening?
No.
There's
we're
no feasible technical way to do that.
Well,
Tom.
there is.
No, like if you want to live, there isn't. Yeah, that is
CJ's
so not
wardrobe.
happening.
CJ's wardrobe.
I
has
need more than a
changed.
30-second notice on that.
Just put it on Ustream and hold it in front of that thing.
That is
but
so
we will show
totally
that.
not
We will show
happening.
that in the next week
But the
or so.
point is, it's not just about an election. It's about changing the
dynamics.
perceptions of the
Yeah.
electorate. It's about changing the agenda.